Hi and welcome, John Morris Show on a Friday, a holiday for some, Juneteenth, recognized, honored today. So glad you're with us on this Friday. Lark Smith producing behind the scenes. Brandon is gone. Garrett is gone. Lark stepping in. Tom Barfield in the studio next door. But glad you're with us on this Friday morning. And we are brought to you every day of the week by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. We appreciate them greatly. Some good things to talk about today, I think. And Paul Jobson will join us in a bit. Paul, former Baylor head soccer coach, and he is our World Cup aficionado. Paul is just soccer through and through. His whole family is. He and Marcy just soccer through and through. And as such, there have been times in the past that we've had Paul on as our World Cup expert. So we had Max Calderon last week as the World Cup began. We've got Paul Jobson coming up today, and all the questions that I have about the World Cup, he's got all the answers. So it'll be fun to visit with him, plus a great guy. It'll be great to visit with Paul Jobson coming up in just a bit. All right, other things to talk about, and I neglected to mention this yesterday, but the Professional Golf U.S. Open is underway. First round was yesterday. Some of the golfers had their first round shortened because of fog and then darkness at Shinnecock, where they're playing up in Long Island. But Johnny Kiefer is there, the former Baylor All-American golfer. He had a good, solid first round, plus 171, tied for 30th place after the first round of those who finished. And he has begun his second round. He's even par through 4 holes on his second round today. So Johnny Kiefer looking to continue his great start, really, at the U.S. Open. He had a great shot. I saw a video. I don't know what hole it was, but he holed out from 135 yards out. Just a beautiful shot, and that was part of his 71 plus 1 round yesterday at the U.S. Open. Second round is already underway today. Apparently less fog to deal with at Shinnecock today. The Major League Baseball, there was a story yesterday from Major League Baseball, and Lark, I want your input on this also. It caught my attention because MLB is trying to avoid a lockout, some people think it's inevitable that they're going to have a lockout through the offseason coming up. Well, they're trying to avoid that, so they're talking about concessions, if you will, that they can make or make an agreement with the Players Association so they won't get to the lockout. But the word yesterday was about a Major League Baseball proposal that would make some pretty dramatic changes as far as the draft of amateur talent. And the one that caught my eye was you're not eligible for the draft until you're 20 years old, and there is no draft of high school players. And, Lark, that would just be huge, wouldn't it? If you can't draft a guy out of high school, where are they going to go play? They're going to go to college, right? It would just be, to me, a huge boom for college baseball.
Yeah, and another part of that is they're going to reduce the number of rounds in the draft from 20 down to 10. I mean, they've already reduced it once, and that has kind of helped college baseball to this point. We talked to Ty Harrington earlier this week, and he was telling us that the average age of the college baseball players is just under 22 years of age now. So it's going to help keep some of the more mature players in college baseball. It's also going to help some of the best talent in high school going to college instead of straight to the minor leagues.
Yeah.
I guess that ends, the guys like David Clyde, who went straight from the mound in high school to Arlington Stadium. And it's going to eliminate that possibility.
Yeah.
But and plus, I don't know too many guys that are graduating high school that are already 20 years old, unless they've been in special ed.
Don't think that's happening.
Yeah, but really what the owners are trying to do is protect themselves from themselves.
Right.
They want to put a salary cap in, and of course the players don't want a salary cap. So they're doing anything they can to appease the players union, but also protect themselves from the other owners. I mean, they're complaining about how the Dodgers are spending money. They're complaining about how the Mets spending money. Now, for the Dodgers, it's worked out. I mean, they've been in the World Series year in and year out. The Mets, it ain't working out so well.
Yeah.
You know, so just because you spend money doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. It gives you a better chance, but it doesn't necessarily mean you are.
Yeah. So some pretty dramatic changes, reducing the number of rounds of the draft, but then no high school players, because you know what it's like now. You can, if a guy's really good, he could sign with a college. But then if he gets drafted, he could, say, I'm going straight to the pros. I'm skipping college. And the draft comes up in June. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yes.
And then the college guys, coaches, work so hard to recruit this guy and get him signed. Now all of a sudden he's gone, and you've got that big hole, which is huge. I mean, that's always been the tough part about baseball. For college baseball is you recruit the top talent. Well, if you do, you run the risk that they never make it to your campus.
Right. And then you've also got players like Bryce Harper, Pudge Rodriguez, who they signed as a 15-year-old out of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have to wait till 20, they can't go off to these foreign countries and get these, 14, 15, 16-year-old players that are, ready for primetime players. There's not many of those out there in the world. When you think of a Bryce Harper or Bob Horner or Pudge Rodriguez and the kind of careers that they had in the pros, never seeing a game in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
And basically, Bryce Harper, when he got to the big leagues, he was basically would have been maybe a sophomore in college because he skipped his senior year of high school and enrolled into junior college, played 1 year of junior college, and then he was drafted.
Wow.
So, I mean, he was a young prodigy, and he's paid off. I mean, he's had an outstanding major league career. He's probably, been there 10, 15 years already, and he's still only about 25, 28 years old.
Still a young guy. Yeah, and another part of that proposal that came yesterday was having the MLB draft, but also having an international draft separately. Yeah. So I guess that's a good move also. But that was part of the Major League Baseball recommendation to the Players Association. Now, I heard somebody from the Players Association say, this is a terrible deal. Why would we even consider this? So I don't know. I don't know the logistics of all of that, but there's probably college coaches like Mitch Thompson all over that are saying,
please.
Yes,
please.
Yeah, please. It would really, their job's never going to be easy, but it would make their job easier knowing you could recruit high school guys. And if you get them signed, they're probably going to make it to campus. They're not going to get, drafted and all of a sudden be gone.
Right.
That'd be huge.
Yeah. It'll be a boost for just major colleges as well as junior colleges.
Yeah. You remember, Lark, you've been around a long time. You remember Andy Hawkins out of Midway.
Yes, sir.
He had actually signed to be a punter at Baylor and was coming to Baylor on a football scholarship. Probably would have played baseball also, but then he got drafted and never made it to campus and had a really good major league career.
Yeah, well, same with Clay Fuller. Kim Mulkey's son-in-law.
Right.
He was signed for Baylor to come play baseball and got signed Major League Baseball, and then he came back to Baylor and played football after a short minor league career.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Minor league baseball and then back as a college football player. So some of those things would, if this gets pushed through, if this gets approved, it's a long way. It's just a recommendation right now, but kind of interesting to think about. I always feel for the baseball coaches because, like I said, they work so hard recruiting these guys. And even if you get them to commit and sign, they may never see the field, at your school. So really tough there. So that'll be fun to watch as those negotiations are ongoing between Major League Baseball and the Major League Players Association. College baseball, there are two teams still standing in Omaha. It's North Carolina. It is Oklahoma. They will play the best of three championship series beginning tomorrow. It is Saturday and Sunday, and then if necessary, third game on Monday. Who you taking there, Lark? North Carolina or Oklahoma?
I am rooting for Oklahoma simply because their catcher, Dayton LaChance, who played here at McLennan.
Oh, nice.
I think he is just an extraordinary major league prospect.
Wow. Great.
He not only does he have the skill set, but he has the makeup for a major leaguer. He's just always so happy out there on the field. He gets along with the folks out in the crowd and stuff. I just think he's got everything is required to be a major league baseball player. And it's just been fun to watch him progress from when he first got to McLennan to where he is now at Oklahoma. And I think he's still got 1 year left at Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
If the majors don't come calling now.
Right, which could happen. I guess I'm pulling for Oklahoma. You know, Toby Rowland's a good friend, does play-by-play for baseball and football and basketball at OU. So I'm pulling for them. They're the hot team right now, although North Carolina is just stacked. So I think it'll be fun to watch the championship series coming up between those two schools Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday, if necessary, from Omaha. Did you see the moment between Georgia and Oklahoma yesterday or 2 days ago?
Colby Branch and his brother.
Yeah. So Colby Branch was here at Baylor and had a great freshman season, a great season.
Yeah, All-American.
Yeah, that's right. And then all of a sudden he other schools notice Georgia comes in
with more money,
a lot of money. and it was interesting. I remember Mitch detailing the story of how it happened. Colby didn't want to leave Baylor. He liked Baylor. He had a great, freshman season. He and his dad come in and they sit down in Mitch's office and they say, all right, we know what you can offer scholarship-wise. And scholarship-wise, Colby Branch is still paying $40,000 a year, to come to Baylor and play at Baylor. He said that's one hand. The other hand is Georgia's offering us $100,000.
Yeah, and a full ride.
Yeah, coach. And the money, the full ride, and $100,000. And he says, Coach, how do we? What would you choose between those two? And Mitch says, I understand. I hear what you're saying, and he went to Georgia and has had a great career there. So, and Georgia, by the way, we've heard has a $4.5 million baseball budget this year, $4.5 million.
And they're not in the championship series.
And they're not even in the championship series. That's right. They got beat by Oklahoma, which probably has a pretty healthy budget as well.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do that the folks at Oklahoma don't support baseball anywhere near like they support football or softball.
No question. Yeah, no question. That's right. They don't have great crowds up there, do they?
No.
Yeah. So Colby Branch took the money and ran, went to Georgia. Tough to see him go, but he's had a nice career there. So the moment yesterday, it's on X if you go find it from ESPN and other places, but he hits a home run. Oklahoma beat Georgia, but late in the game, Colby Branch hits a home run, and his brother is on the Oklahoma team. What's his brother's name?
Kelly?
I can't remember, but his brother's on the Oklahoma team. And at second base or shortstop?
Second base.
Okay. And so Colby Branch hits a home run. He's going around the bases, gets a high five from his brother as he goes by.
Yeah.
And then they show his mom and dad in the stands. Colby Branch goes on around the third baseline. He, points up to his family up there. They get a shot of his family. ESPN did a great job.
Yeah.
And his dad's wiping away tears, as you can imagine. So pretty cool moment there, kind of bittersweet. And that would have been great to have Colby Branch in a Baylor uniform, hitting a home run. But pretty cool. ESPN did a good job of capturing that.
His senior year, his final at bat as a Georgia Bulldog, and he hits a home run.
Oh, that was his final at bat.
That was his final at bat. So I can understand why mom and dad are up there wiping away tears.
Yeah, exactly. And you see his brother, they've got a tight shot on him also. And in the replays, he's looking, and all of a sudden he sees the ball hit, and he says, oh, that's gone, and you can see how happy he is because Oklahoma's still going to win the game, but his brother just hit a home run. So that was a pretty cool moment. So
absolutely.
That was fun to see. All right, College World Series continues, wraps up this weekend. Game Saturday, Sunday, and if necessary, on Monday. All right, take a break. The World Cup continues. Our World Cup aficionado.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Friday. And look who's with us. Our World Cup aficionado is back. Paul Jobson, welcome to you.
Thanks, J-Mo. Thanks for having me. Man, I was at the beach last week, just reminiscing on when we used to do this a lot.
That's
well, I guess
right.
every 4 years or so. But
Right.
when you reached out, I was like, oh, man, that'd be so much fun. So appreciate you reaching out. And I'm sorry there's not anybody more proficient with the World Cup that you have to reach out to me.
Well, you're the aficionado.
Well, I appreciate that.
We did have Max Calderon last week. You remember Max?
Yeah, I do remember
In
Max.
Athletic Communications.
Yep.
He's kind of our soccer World Cup guy.
Good. All right. Good.
So he gave us some good information last week. So we'll let you update that and
I'm
follow
sure we'll
up.
conflict on some things, probably. That we all have our opinions.
I
right?
should have you both here so you can debate it.
have our
How
own
about
show,
that?
you
That'd
know?
be great.
Yeah.
World Cup today from the banks of the Brazos. glad to see you. Marcy and kids doing well?
Everybody's great. We're in the throes of summer with vacation and soccer and just we're busy, but it's a fun busy right now. So everybody's great. Everybody's really great.
Good for you. How old are the kids now?
The oldest just turned 17 this year.
No way.
Yeah,
17.
So we're 17, 14, 12, and 9.
Good grief.
Yeah.
You know what I would have said? I would have said 12, 9, 5, and 3.
Well, that's what they act like. So that'd be about right. No, they're great. They're growing up fast, and we're going to enter into junior year with the oldest, and
that's great.
So we're pushing through a lot of. It's really been a lot of fun. And at the beach, they're old enough to kind of do their own thing now and not have to hold babies and carry them around, which is a fun time too. But it is nice to be able to run around and play soccer and do that with all
That's
of them.
cool.
So,
and you got another driver in the house then.
Another driver, which is great. He's responsible so far. Nothing major.
Right.
A couple of dents in the car, but that's to be expected, I guess.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you have any soccer players, upcoming soccer players?
3 of the 4
Wow.
are playing.
Okay.
And the one that doesn't play, he sleeps outside, which is, you just have to. No, he's a basketball, football guy.
Okay.
But the other 3 play, and they love it. They do really well with it. And we try so hard not to be the overbearing parent, that, pushes it too hard. So they're doing it because they love it. And we have no grass in the front yard still because they play all the time. And
right.
So we joke that we'll have grass probably in about 10 years.
You're right. That's right.
Front.
Where do the Jobsons live? Oh, it's that house with no grass in the front.
I've heard that 1,000 times. I
Really?
couldn't find your house until I saw the soccer goals and no grass.
There are goals out there too.
Oh, there are goals. Yeah, we don't have an HOA. Thank goodness.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, you are very plugged in. You always are to the World Cup.
Oh man,
USA has a great match this afternoon, 2:00 our time, against Australia. What'd you think of the U.S. the first win over Paraguay?
Man, I gotta say, probably the biggest surprise of the World Cup for me was the United States.
Huh.
My expectations were really low.
Really?
I was very frustrated with the preparation, some things we were doing. As a coach, I probably shouldn't have gotten that emotional about it because I'm like, give them time. They don't need to peak before the Cup. But man, the first game, they looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I was so impressed. They looked great. They moved the ball well. They attacked well. They defended well. Just all that. I was really, really impressed. Really impressed.
And to score 4 goals, I think that was just a boom, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, again, you hope to win your first match. It puts you out on your front foot. You're at home. It means a lot to get that first win, obviously. But I think going into this second game, this is going to be a tough test. But I'm excited about it. I think we're moving in the right direction. And again, my biggest surprise, just because my expectations were really low, maybe because I didn't want to be disappointed because I want us to do really well. But I'm really excited about what I think we can do in the Cup this year.
That's great. How this is they're all important matches. This is a key match, right? If they win today, are they on?
I think if they win today, they go through.
Okay.
And it's an important match because Australia surprised a lot of folks too with their victory. They're very organized defensively, and I think if we can get out on our front foot, score a goal early, which sounds stupid, you want to do that all the time, but I think we've got to put them in a position where they've got to come out of their defensive block. Okay. And if we can score early, I think we can get them out of the defensive block. And maybe the game opens up a bit, but they're very good defensively. They're very organized. Australia is. And, I think we've got to better break them down. But if we're not, we can't get frustrated. I think sometimes teams, they're like, we got to go get the first goal. It doesn't happen for a while. They get frustrated. And we're an emotional team, and it's the World Cup. There's a lot on the line. So what we want to make sure is that we don't get too emotional if we don't score early and try to just work to continue to break them down. Okay. But Australia surprised me too. They're very good defensively, counterattack team. We just have to be careful and be patient until we can get that first goal.
Is it a good matchup? Is it a tough matchup?
It's a tough matchup just because I think Australia is very organized and they're disciplined. But I do think we should be the better team on paper. Okay. But again, that's why we play the game. If it's just on paper, then we just toss some cards out there and declare a victor. But we've got to play the match, and we've got to be patient and attack early and hard. The advantage is we're at home. We're coming off a great match. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement. So I'm encouraged by I think what we can put on the field today.
How much of an advantage can that be? They played in LA, the first match. They're in Seattle this afternoon. Just being on U.S. soil, how much of an advantage is that?
It's massive. It's massive. And you're in Seattle, which is the loudest stadium in the world. They say and it's going to be rocking. I mean, it's probably going to have a seismic event on the Richter scale. I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be massive. And I think the emotion of it for the guys is really important. But I think for the other team, how do they manage? How does Australia manage that themselves? Yep. How do they manage the excitement of, being the underdog? And sometimes, and we're this way at Baylor, we love being the underdog. Mm-hmm. Some teams really embrace that and run really well with it. But it's going to be really hard, I hope, for Australia to really fight through the 12th man, basically. Yeah. Of what does that stadium hold? 70, 80,000 probably. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole nother storyline, but it's a huge advantage.
That's cool. How fun is it to see these matches all over the United States? I mean, Houston, Dallas.
Yeah.
Seattle, Los Angeles, all those places.
It's been fun. I remember in '94 when the Cup was here, and I grew up in Atlanta, so we drove to Orlando and watched a few matches, and that was just an amazing experience in itself. It is so much bigger now. It's amazing, and maybe because there's 3 host nations, I think it's been fun that all 3 of the host nations have done really well, which I think is encouraging people to come out and the excitement. It has been a really, really exciting Cup. It has been a lot of fun to watch. I think the success of the home nations has really helped that too.
Yeah. Are you just plugged in every day? I mean, TV's always on Fox or FS1 watching matches?
It's on all day. The boys, we're sometimes, depending on the game, running through the house or trying to get back to catch the end of something.
Yeah.
But it is. We are totally plugged in. And I know most soccer people right now are probably the most ineffective people at work.
Not getting much work done.
But I think that's okay.
Are you going to take in any of the matches in person?
We're not going to be able to.
Okay.
They priced us out.
That is pricey.
Honest.
Right.
But I've told people, if you can just get outside of a stadium. I remember '94. I remember more about being outside the stadium than in the stadium.
Really?
Just because the excitement of the other nations who come over. It's a religion for most countries, and you can see even in the stadiums, the colors, the excitement. Teams are losing, and their fans are excited because they scored a goal or they're just in the Cup. It's just a really cool experience just to see the world come together.
Yeah.
And I think every 4 years, it's just really important that we look at that and go, hey, we really all can get along.
Yeah. We can.
And enjoy and be excited for each other in these moments.
That's great. Max was saying last Friday when he was on, same thing, he wasn't going to dish out, a year's salary to go, but he was going to go up to like Texas Live right outside AT&T Stadium, and you can soak it up just by being that close to
I've
it.
had a lot of friends who've done that. I was at a meeting in Dallas earlier this week when the England game was played. They left and went straight there right after the meeting to be part of that environment. They were English guys, obviously, but just the environment around the matches at the local FIFA parties or whatever going on is exciting.
This may be not a fair question to ask you, but we asked this last week also. What's a bigger worldwide event, the Olympics or World Cup?
I think World Cup.
Yeah.
They're so different, I think.
Right.
I have to say the bigger event is probably the World Cup. That's my opinion. Now, I love the Olympics because I'm watching sports that I would never normally watch.
Sure.
And you get excited about that. But I think the passion around the World Cup, around the entire world, I think is greater than what the Olympics is doing.
Yeah. See, I think you're right too. I guess I don't have a good sense of that, knowing how big soccer is in other countries around the world,
Yeah. Well, look at I think there's billions of people watching these matches. Not millions, billions of people. And, we look at, a Super Bowl or things like that, where there's millions of people tuning in, and there's one match that's a first round match of the World Cup. There's billions of people watching that. Somebody said the other day, they said, hey, Paul, do you think that every match is kind of like a Super Bowl in itself?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it is.
Yeah.
You've got these 80, 90,000 seat stadiums full.
It's true.
Every night, 3 to 4 games a day for, a month, 2 months. It's a massive event. And I think it's really hard to get your head around what that really looks like.
That's wild. Are we, is U.S. soccer in a good space right now? You said they're organized. They won their first match, or is it good? Are we where we should be?
Asked me before the Cup, I would have said no.
Okay.
But after the first match,
when you didn't think they'd win.
We're in a great spot. So I'm that fair weather fan. I guess. I'm very critical of what we're doing. But I think right now is the time to, you got to get on board and you got to support your team.
Right.
And, I like what I saw in the first match, and it's always a proving ground, right? Every sport, whether it's collegiate or professional or international, every day is a proving ground day, and these players have to prove it every single day. And I think that's something that gets lost on young kids who really want to achieve the next level. Is that every day is a proving day, and what are you doing in the off days? And I think what we're seeing right now for the U.S. is that the way I would equate this is me being excited and impressed by what they did is that they were doing a lot more than I thought they were. Okay. And they're very, very much more prepared than I thought they were. So I'm excited about where we are. Again, I could have let's talk later today.
Right.
After the Australia game.
After today.
But I think we're in a good spot right now.
That's great. Is there a path, or let me ask you this. What would be maybe best case scenario for the U.S. team? How far could they go this year?
mean, I think if we got to a quarterfinal,
Yeah.
I think we'd be on, on cloud nine
Right.
for a quarterfinal. Again, before the cup, I wasn't sure where we'd be, but it's an expanded tournament this year. It's a harder tournament. I really do think in watching the games in the first round, there's not really a weak nation. I mean, I think the global game has gotten better.
Even with the expanded field.
The expanded field, it is really, I mean, the mid-tier teams are really good. I mean, I think Australia is one of them, but even the weaker teams, there've been a few blowouts, but there've been some circumstances, red cards, bad fouls, things like that have led to some of the scores. But I think the game overall is getting more and more competitive. I mean, look at Spain and Brazil, who are world leaders, who tied their first matches. And those are surprises. I mean, Spain is a team that I picked to maybe win it all.
Wow.
And, they're hoping to get out of their group, at this point, there's a couple more games. But it's a tighter World Cup, and it's exciting.
That's fun. Is there a Jobson family bracket that y'all do?
The boys put together their own bracket, and they've got these Panini card. Have you seen those?
I have. Yeah,
so
those are pretty cool.
we are, the two younger boys the other day were like, Dad, what jobs can we do around the house so we can go get some more cards?
Nice.
So I got a good house cleaning out of it. And we went and got some Panini cards, and they'll sit in the games and collect these cards. I think that's been more fun than the brackets. But the boys do have brackets that they've put together. So we'll see how that pans out.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Tell everybody you are still doing the Warrior Way clinics, spring, fall, and you got one coming up.
We got one coming up this summer. We do a short week during the summer. I think I said, what was it, July 13th? Yeah, July 13th. You can go to warriorwaysoccer.com and look at what we're doing. But we'll do our 6-week program again in the fall. Registration's already open for that as well. And that's going well. And then our nonprofit side, Warrior Way Gives, continues to give back to the community, programming in East Waco, a league that we support up in Temple for our military partners up at Fort Hood, an Inspire Her program to encourage young women to get involved in the game, a scholarship program for kids who can't afford to play. And of course, our program in Guatemala that we've been doing for about 15 years. We started a league down there, kids from farming villages, giving them uniforms and ministry opportunities to those folks. So a lot going on with Warrior Way Gives as well that we're really excited about as well. So a lot going on there.
That's terrific. I remember when you started going to Guatemala.
Oh yeah.
We
took the team. We took Baylor.
That's
that
right.
Was the first time we went.
Yeah. But that's just continued to grow, huh?
Continue to grow. Our partners, FCA, Guatemala, it's been great partners for us. 15 years now, I think, or more, has gone really well. And then, of course, we've got Atletico Dallas Youth is our program that I'm the director of here. It's a select program. We've grown that from 90 kids a year ago. We have over 500 kids involved in that this year, just select soccer, and excited about the growth of that and our partnership with Atletico Dallas, which is a professional club that will start next summer. In Dallas.
Nice. Very cool. So you're very much plugged in.
We're very much plugged in. I took about a year and thought I was going to do something different. And I realized about 9 months into it, that, I got to get back into soccer. It was just,
that's where you belong. You and Marcy.
Sometimes you got to step away from it to realize where you really need to be.
That's great. Yeah. Well, again, warriorway.org.
warriorwaysoccer.com.
Gotcha. warriorwaysoccer.com is the website. Do you have spots open if people want to be involved in that
Absolutely.
next camp?
Still some spots available for that July camp. Okay. So, and definitely spots available for the fall as well.
Good. Ages for that?
It starts 2 to 14.
You're a brave man.
The 2s and 3s are fun to watch. I'm not wired for that, but the people that we have doing it are some really special people.
Oh, I think we had a 3-year-old out there.
Yep, I believe
grandson. Great to see you. Thank you very much. And if you're around, we may do this again over the next couple of weeks.
Let's do it. I'd love to. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Paul Jobson, our World Cup aficionado, giving you all the latest on the World Cup. Plus, remember, warriorwaysoccer.com. warriorwaysoccer.com is the website. Thanks to Paul. We'll take a break. We'll be back more right after this.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to CentralTexasCattleBaronsBall.org.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Back with us on this Friday morning, John Morris Show. We appreciate Paul Jobson, our World Cup aficionado, being on with us. Good information there. And I tell you, so impressive to see how he and Marcy continue to stay plugged into the soccer community and help with those camps and mission trips and all of that. Just really, really impressive. We are brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas, 7 convenient locations on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. We're also brought to you by the Brazos Landing. We will be live next Wednesday for shows from the Brazos Landing. So come join us there. Not at the 9 a.m. hour. They're not open at this time of day, but they open at 11. We'll be there for a show noon to 1, and then Matt Mosley 1 to 3 from the Brazos Landing next Wednesday. So put on your calendar and come and check out what I tell you about every day. Those $12 lunch menus are just terrific. That's the Brazos Landing, where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. Next week is, we mentioned the Major League Baseball draft is coming up very soon, but the NBA draft is next week. It is Tuesday and Wednesday next week in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. The Big 12 is puffing out its chest, rightly so, heading into that draft. They sent out some information yesterday. So you might think, day before the draft, they might send out some notes. Hey, watch for this. But this was yesterday, a full, 5 or 6 days before the draft. And the Big 12, if the projections hold, may have the top 2 picks in the draft this year. A.J. DeBonsa is, most people's thought, will be the number 1 pick going to the Washington Wizards. And the number 2 pick, most people think, is Darren Peterson out of Kansas going to Utah, although he didn't work out for Utah. But in the end, folks think that won't make much of a difference. I heard an interview with Fran Fraschilla this week, and he thinks as many as 19 Big 12 players could be drafted this year. And that's 2 rounds, 19 guys including the top two, numbers 1 and 2 overall. Over half. Here's some more notes from the Big 12. They're projected to break their record of 7 first-round selections, so they think there'll be more than 7 taken in the first round. The record now is 7 in the 2010 NBA draft. Over half of Big 12 member institutions could have a former player selected in this year's draft. Think about that. So at least 8 of the 16 schools may have somebody drafted. They'll look to break their record for total selections of 10 picks in the 2008 and 2010 NBA drafts. I think they'll blow that out of the water. 10, they'll pass that. Probably not in the first round, but very early in the second round. And the Big 12's 2026 draft pool comes on the heels of 8 of the top 25 players in the 25 recruiting class committing to conference schools. So there's those guys, for the most part, one and done in the league and now headed into the NBA. So we'll talk more about that next week, but the draft is Tuesday and Wednesday from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And the Big 12 is going to be very well represented. For Baylor, no problem. Here we go. We're back. For Baylor, Cameron Carr, expected to be a first-round draft pick. We wish him nothing but the best. And Tunde Yesufu dipped his toe in the draft, pulled it back, and he is back in school. But unfortunately, it's not Baylor. He has signed with St. John's. So Tunde Yesufu, another year in college, not in a Baylor uniform, but not in the NBA draft this year. So Cam Carr would be the Baylor representative. He's been given a green room invite, which will be cool. I'm sure Coach Drew will go up there and be there in the green room with Cam. So that's the NBA draft, a few days ahead, but think about that coming on Tuesday and Wednesday from Brooklyn. All right, now let's take a break, and we'll be back with more in a moment. We'll look at birthdays, anniversaries, share all that with you, and wrap things up here on this Friday morning. We'll have that when we come back. We'll update Johnny Kiefer in the second round of the U.S. Open Golf Championships going on right now. All that coming up. Stay with us. John Morris Show from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco. We'll be right back after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, team.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back. Glad you're with us on this Friday John Morris Show. Hey, if you're so inclined, subscribe and follow, and you'll get notifications about the show and our guests like Paul Jobson, who is with us. Just hit that follow button or subscribe to it, and you'll get all the information sent right to you. Update on Johnny Kiefer, second round of the U.S. Open. He is through 5 holes. He's even par today. He was +1 yesterday, so he remains +1 early in the second round at Shinnecock Hills, and will continue to follow the former Baylor All-American Johnny Kiefer as he has just taken the Pro Tour by storm. Fun to watch him. All right, we like to share birthdays and anniversaries with you in the final segment. Celebrate these folks. One that I missed yesterday was Sean Snedeker, Baylor baseball pitching coach. His birthday was yesterday. Sorry, I missed that. And then today, it's a big birthday day today. It's Tony Green's birthday, associate head coach for Baylor women's basketball. It is Aaron Hunt's birthday, big dog for Baylor football. It's Aaron Hunt's birthday today as well, so happy birthday to him. It's Tess Jamerson's birthday, works with Baylor Alumni Engagement. She and Paul Thorpe and Doug Furch do a lot of great events. I get to work with them, but happy birthday to Tess. It is the big cat, Robin Jones' birthday today. So Robin, former Baylor defensive end, and I don't know if Frank named him the big cat. I don't know if he started that, but boy, he certainly used it every chance he had, and that was fun. He and he likes it too. Robin Jones likes when we refer to him as the big cat. It is it's Derek Scott's birthday down at Jim Turner Chevrolet. Happy birthday to Derek. Logan Verrett, former Baylor pitcher. His birthday, Brady Heslop, 3 Goggles, former Baylor basketball player, sharpshooter. Happy birthday to Brady Heslop. Mikhail Baker, former Baylor receiver. It's Lee Pallmeyer's birthday today. And I think that's it. J.R. Vicka's birthday is today also. Let me look at one of the lists. But, man, that is a good list for the 19th day of June. There are others. It is Hank DeHay's birthday. So happy birthday to Hank. Add him to that impressive list. And I think that's it. That's all I've got for today. But great birthday list. Hope they have a great day. If you know them, shoot them a text or give them a call and tell them happy birthday. All right, we're going to wrap things up, move out of here. Lord willing, we'll be back on Monday. Thanks to Paul Jobson being on with us. our World Cup aficionado. Good information from Paul. And remember the website there, WacoWarriorSoccer.com. WacoWarriorSoccer.com, the youth soccer programs and camps that he and Marcy have here in Central Texas. Thanks to him. Thanks to Lark Smith behind the scenes. Lark, appreciate you. Have a nice weekend. Again, Lord willing, we'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend. John Morris Show, brought to you by the Rogue Media Network.